Okay, this video is for deck part 4, the railing and posts. So in the instructions, it basically goes through the dimensions of the materials you're going to use, your posts, which are commonly referred to as 4x4s, and the actual size is 3.5 by 3.5. They're going to be spaced approximately 8 feet apart. You may space them closer, such as 4 feet. I would like to see 4, but if you do space them 8 feet, you will not lose marks. So just keep that in mind. If we scroll down here, it gives you the basic dimensions, the layout, the overall height of your 4x4 post, real life measurement 3.5 by 3.5. Your overall height is going to be 4 foot 2.5 inches. And we've got our railings. Railings are 2x4s, which actual size is going to be 1.5 by 3.5. And the banisters, which are the vertical circles, it doesn't actually give a size in the instructions. It gives you the spacing of approximately 3 inches apart. I'm going to use a size of 1 inch diameter. If you don't use that size, you will not lose marks. Obviously, if it's not specified in the instructions, you're not going to lose any marks if you choose to do whatever size you want, as long as they don't, as long as they're not larger than the wood, basically. So what I did was I created my 4x4 post over here in the wood pile, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and I'm going to place it over here. Now for this demonstration, I'm only going to do the one side. So I'm going to hold my control key down and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to place it in there, in that corner. Click. Now the length of this is 8 feet. Now, according to the instructions, I could simply just copy this once, and that would be sufficient. If you choose to go 4 feet, that's up to you. So we're going to place that here. If you wanted 4 feet, when you drop that off, you'd go /2, and it would put a post in the middle. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to finish up this bottom layer as well. So I'm going to click, click. Okay. Now, these are components. All the parts I'm going to add now are not components. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to create my 2x4, which is 1.5 inches. Go over and get my rectangle. I'm going to create a rectangle here. I'm going to push this directly over to the end of that. Now see, when I placed that, it didn't go all the way to the bottom, and that's why you're going to see this anomaly right there. Now some people might just kind of, oh, I'm going to erase that. Don't do that. Just go over here, bring this down, click. There we go. There's our top board for the railing. Now, the height of your railing is going to be consistent from the bottom of the deck. Now, because this deck has 2 levels, as does yours, these railings are going to be 2 different heights, okay? You're not going to have a railing go zipping all the way over here, okay? Because then this railing is not going to be the correct height in relation to the deck. So Just keep that in mind. That is something you would lose marks for. Okay, let's just go 1.5. Okay. Let's go rectangle. Let's just pull this out now. Okay. Now, according to our instructions, the bottom of that 2x4 is 4 inches from the deck. So let's go over here. Let's go 4 inches. Oops. Let's edit and undo that because I went off into Never Never Land. Okay. Go 4 inches here as well. Okay, so for the banister, what I did is I created a circle, and this circle is a component. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line on that center line right there, like so. I'm just going to quickly go 3 inches just to give me some kind of reference. And I'm going to pick that up. I'll pick it up right like so. Okay. We'll pick that up. I'm going to place that like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that. Make sure that you're hitting Control and not the Windows button. Okay. Okay. Let's just move that over just a hair. Just like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to edit this component. And let's bring that all the way up to here. Okay. Now we've got our one banister. So now what we can do is we can, let's copy this. There you go. My original intention was just to copy the circle and then pull them all up at one time. And would have looked great, but unfortunately the geometry gets a little finicky when you do that. So let's go /12. See what happens there. Now obviously that's a bit That's 5 inches, so we're going to go edit, undo that. And we're going to actually go, okay, let's bring it over there, and let's go slash 14. And so we got about 4 inches there. You can leave it at 4. The approximate size was 3 inches. The only thing that you want to do now is you're going to take it and you're going to bring it down here. Okay. And let's go click. Let's go slash 7. And it looks pretty consistent. Okay. Now that pretty much covers the railing for this, the railing demonstration for this assignment. What you're going to do, though, keep in mind, is you're going to have a railing on this side, a railing, or at least I am. I'm going to have a railing on these 2 sides, and I'm not going to have any railing here because the house is going to go here, okay? Now over here, if you're not sure where you're going to put the stairs, you can have the railing go all the way across. But eventually we're going to have stairs coming down. So for me, if I wanted, let's say, to have the stairs in the middle, I'd only have a railing go like part way, and I'd leave this space, okay? If you're not sure what you want to do in terms of stairs, you can just wrap this thing with the railing, and then later on you can figure out what to do as far as, you know, stair placement, stair size, etc., etc. I hope that was helpful.